Hey everyone, welcome back. So in today's video, I am going to give you access to a tool that will answer a lot of the questions. In fact, the number one question that I get on this channel, and that is, what can I do? What are the tips and tricks for becoming an officer? So stay tuned and we're gonna cover that coming up. All right, guys, so what I am here to do is give you a quick overview and review of a book that was sent to me by a police officer out of Texas. His name is Xavier, and what he has done is taken the time and effort to put together literature which covers various aspects of the hiring process all the way above and beyond once you become an officer. In the book that I'm going to review today, it's called Applicant to Police Cadet: How to Navigate the Hiring Process. What this book covers is an in-depth, step-by-step process from day one when you decided, hey, you know what, I'm interested in law enforcement, what do I need to do? This book covers every aspect from the point that you would start that application process all the way through to the point where you would potentially be hired by an agency. Now, Xavier has done his homework on this book. He covers so many aspects of this, and although I highly recommend this book, one of my small critiques to it would be to not get intimidated as a newer officer or somebody just getting into the profession who reads this book. What he covers in here is basically every possibility that you could run into depending on what agency requirements they have. Now, for someone who has no experience and reads this book, I could see it being very intimidating. In fact, I've got 15 years as a police officer, and reading it, I was like, wow, that's kind of scary sounding, because I remember this process. I remember going through it. And although it's intimidating, as long as you follow the steps, you'll be able to complete it with no problem. So my one piece of advice, not even a critique to this book, would be take everything with a grain of salt. Realize that where you're getting hired may or may not have some of the requirements that he covers in this book. Basically, what you could take it is, if worst case scenario, you had to do every single thing listed in this book, you already know what to expect. The book is 90 pages. It's a very easy read. I was able to complete it in one evening, and it covered everything that you could want to know about the hiring process. Now, the book's broken into 4 main chapters. The first one, the ideal candidate. Try and get right off the ground level, decide if you are somebody who's going to qualify as a likely police candidate. Step 2 is preparing to be an applicant. It goes over what the steps you would need to do on the very front end before you actually apply. Number 3 is going to cover picking the right agency, which is a very important part, and he goes into great detail in here about the different types of agencies, the different sizes of agencies, and what you can expect from each one. That's something that you may want to put some thought into as you apply to become a police officer. To be honest with you, for where I live and what I was looking to do, I didn't put a lot of weight into this part because I knew I wasn't willing to move. I was willing to accept whatever I had in the county that I worked in, and things worked out for me. However, when you read this book, you'll see there are a lot of things to consider, especially if you're considering relocating for an agency. So it's some very useful information in this portion. Now, last but not least, chapter 4 is the hiring process. Now, this is the longest portion of the book, and it goes through step by step of where you're going to start after you turn that application in, all the way through the point when you would potentially be hired after doing oral boards and everything that's involved. The tests, the physical fitness section, covers everything. All right, guys, so this was a short video, and obviously I can't go into too much detail because really you just need to read the book. I'm gonna have a link for this. It'll be the first link in the show notes below for my Amazon store, and I have the book listed on there. I also have other literature and reference material for somebody who's interested in becoming a police officer. This is the number one question I get asked by you guys, so hopefully the information in this book will be helpful to you. You can go out, get yourself a copy, and get started in your process to becoming a police officer. Now, as always, I like to give back to you guys, and since I'm already a police officer, I don't need this book anymore after being able to read it and talk to you guys about it. So what I am going to do is give this copy away to one of you guys. Now, just like all of my giveaways, basically I need you to leave a comment in this video, say that you're interested in, and for this one, I will ask of you guys, let's save this one for somebody who is genuinely interested in becoming a police officer, who's maybe getting ready to start the process. I know a lot of you guys are law enforcement supporters, and I appreciate you so much, but I would like to see this go to somebody who can really put it to good use. So with that being said, leave those comments below, enter in to win this, and I will pick the winner within the next couple of weeks. Now, while we're on the topic of giveaways, I announced the 50,000 subscriber giveaway in my last video last week, which I have already heard back from 4 of the 7 winners. Those 4 packages have already been shipped out, but I still have yet to hear from 3 of you guys. So if you're watching this video and you entered the giveaway for 50,000 and you haven't watched that video yet, you need to go watch it now and see if you're one of those winners, because I'm giving it 1 more week, and if they don't respond by that time, I'm going to open it back up, and I have 3 super cool packages still left that I will open back up to you guys and pick more winners. All right, everybody, I hope this was helpful a little bit. Bear with me while I finish some of the rest of the videos. I have a meeting coming up with the chief and some members of the city to find out the direction of the patrol vlogs, which I know you guys like the most. So if everything goes well with that, hopefully it's actually going to open me up to be able to do more stuff in the field. So stay tuned for all that. I appreciate your guys' patience. I hope everybody's having a great day. So until the next one, take really good care of yourselves and stay safe out there.